Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It is the Sharpshooters. We are here. Hey, Roman Reigns, look at that shirt. Look at that shirt. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, man. We are here to talk about Raw last week, man. And then we're gonna definitely talk about Raw tomorrow as well. And that's going on right now, actually. So, man, look, we gotta get it started here, top with Oba. I mean, he comes out after WrestleMania and he beats Brock Lesnar, and then he says the ruler has arrived. All he needed to say was that. I love that because it's short, it's simple, and it's effective. That's what I really love. Man,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
What did you think?
Nah, listen. I think they started off Monday Night Raw on a perfect note. Letting Obafemi come out and address the crowd and let everybody know. Listen, I took down the beast. Now I'm the measuring stick here, next to Roman Reigns. Now I'm at another level now. Now you gotta come to me. Now it's time to really take the next step. And to be honest with you, I think he's so over right now that it's only up from here for Obafemi. But I mean, we haven't even spoken about the match. Like the match
Yeah,
him,
I
him
mean,
and Brock. I mean, what happened after the match? I mean, there's so much to cover on that one. But shout out to Obafemi, man. Had a really good match at WrestleMania and really set himself as one of the primetime guys in this company right now.
yeah, I mean, definitely. Yeah, he beat Brock Lesnar, and yeah, the stuff with Brock Lesnar. I mean, I don't know where that's going. I don't know if he's fully done.
Right.
So I'm not gonna subscribe to the fact that they say he's done and whatever. My thing is I think he's not done. But that's what I think. But I feel like maybe he is done. At the end of the day, I don't know. But I thought they were gonna do Gunther versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, and then he was gonna retire there. I thought that was always the plan. But maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he is done. Maybe he isn't done. I think I saw an article that Brock Lesnar could wrestle again. So I'm not gonna just shut it down, and be like, oh yeah, he's not gonna wrestle again. I'm not gonna do that. But
Right.
Oba to me, it was a short match at WrestleMania, right? I mean, he took the F5. He got up like nothing. You made him look strong. It was short, but it was effective. Just like that promo. The ruler has arrived. Like that is all really Oba really needed to say. That was so effective. He didn't need to go on this big promo, this thing. I actually love it. I love what I saw. But top, where do you think Oba goes from here? Because that is the question that I want to ask you. Where is Oba going from here? I honestly don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, right now, who right now in the company is justified or not even justified? What would be the next step? What would elevate him?
I love that word elevate. I love
What
that word elevate. What would elevate him, right? What
what
would
would
make
elevate him after beating Brock Lesnar? What is the next step to keep him going? I personally don't know because right now everybody kind of has their hand in certain things.
yeah,
Um, there's one guy in particularly that I think if you're beating Brock, you gotta go to the next guy that's either on that level or higher, and that would be Gunther. But you can't do that right now. That's
no.
more of a SummerSlam type of thing, and that's not up
Oh,
until
like Oba and Gunther?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. I mean,
That
listen.
that to me is SummerSlam worthy.
Okay.
But again, you got to think about it. You, knowing WWE, they'll try to make it seem like it's better than what it was when with Lesnar. But if you go Lesnar, you got to go higher.
Right.
Who right now standing in this company is at a higher level for
But
Oba?
it look, WrestleMania is WrestleMania, and a WrestleMania feud is a WrestleMania feud. This, I mean, I don't know who he's gonna face next. I
Right.
don't know who can elevate him and make him a bigger star than he already is becoming. I mean, first of all, that audience when was chanting the crap out of Oba, and then everything. I love what the audience they just showing him so much love, and I mean, whatever he does next, I hope it's big, and I hope it's effective. Um, and I hope it elevates him. I like that word that you use. I hope it elevates him.
Right.
But I don't know what they're gonna do. Um, I'm trying to think of what they even could do.
Right.
I mean, what like
Yeah, there's nothing right now. I can't
after
see.
WrestleMania, didn't he what? He was talking about Roman.
Correct.
Now,
The thing
that,
is,
that stuff is down the road probably, but
right,
not now
right.
because we got something else there. So it's a tough one. It really is. I don't know where they go from here.
Let me ask you a
Because
question. Do you put a small title on him and have him run it for now? So let me ask you, like for example, it's way too much for Penta. But do you put a Penta versus Obafemi and put the IC title on Oba? That's probably way out of his. He shouldn't even be fighting for the IC title, right?
it's man,
It's not even worth it.
it the problem it just doesn't feel worth it, right? It doesn't feel worth it for Oba
Right.
because after you go through the Brock Lesnar feud, but you're gonna go face Penta now.
Right.
I mean, it seems like a downgrade,
Right.
but you can't always get that WrestleMania special opponent. Like not every opponent is going to be WrestleMania,
Right.
and that big of opponent. So maybe they do Oba versus Penta and he takes the title. It would be a little weird, babyface, and then Penta's actually doing pretty good. So you want to just, and I think Penta's going to be in a program with probably Rusev at some point.
So what the hell would be the next?
That's a good question. It's a really good question, and I truly don't know. I mean, I really don't know. But Oba is going to be an interesting one to watch for sure,
Correct.
and hopefully we'll find out soon what he does. Hopefully
Right.
we'll find out soon. But man, Oba's going to be just fine.
Yeah.
Remember, we talked about this. I told you Oba was going to be special, and I told you Oba was going to take over. And then he, to me, has so much, like, he has promo skills, man. Like, he just has it. And I wanted them to show that.
Right.
And they did, before WrestleMania with that promo against Paul Heyman, that promo was amazing. I love that promo so much, and it just made me right, to be honest. Like, I'm like, yo, like, Oba is special. Oba is Oba. And there's a reason why people on ESPN and all the wrestlers are talking about Oba Femi, because he is going to be that guy.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
But let's get to this. CM Punk comes out. Yes, CM Punk is no longer the champion, the world heavyweight champion of the WWE. Roman Reigns has defeated CM Punk. And I'll tell you this, that match, Top, was awesome. That match was like a classic. I love that match so much. We had a lot going on. We wasn't able to do the WrestleMania review and all that, but man, I'll tell you this, that match right there, that match made WrestleMania Night 2 for me. It really did, because it was a top tier match. Roman, Punk, worked their ass off. It was a little slow, but I liked it. I liked the storytelling. I liked the crap, the shit talking. I like what I saw. I love what I saw. You saw CM Punk to take out the freaking anaconda vice, bro. That was awesome to see. And then you had Roman Reigns take out, put out the guillotine. That was awesome. And then you had them mocking each other. It just showed, it was like, bro, the feud was awesome and the match was awesome. That is what WrestleMania and that main event should have been. We knew that Roman Reigns was winning. We had a feeling, especially when Roman Reigns was like, if I lose, I'm done here. Come on. It is what it is. But I'll tell you this, CM Punk, he came out after WrestleMania to Raw and he said, listen, Roman was the better man on that day. And at the end of the day, that takes a man to say it. It takes a man to say it. But then, and CM Punk is like, I don't know what's next. Maybe, you never know when an opportunity arrives or anything like that. But then you see Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, the still your QB1, still your Universal Champion, come out. I know a lot of people, maybe not like that so much, but man, he's the QB1. He's the QB1. So, maybe you could say Roman Reigns is the QB1, whatever you want to say. But to me, Roman Reigns, I understand where where you're coming from. You say he's the QB1 because it's Roman Reigns. Cody, he's the best in the company. I completely understand. But Cody, he's the closest thing to, QB1 when Roman's not there. So yeah, Cody comes out. And Cody, he's beat up. You see he got marks here. He got that stuff. He looks like, because he's selling that punt that Randy Orton did. But what I like about it is, CM Punk said he doesn't know the opportunity when it's gonna come or anything. But Cody's like, he's like, it was kind of like a little heelish, to be honest, because Cody was like, he's like, you lost and you're okay with losing. You're okay. Right. And I was like, okay, you saw Cody be a little heelish at WrestleMania, and now you're seeing a little heelish here on Raw, and you're like, okay, what's going on here? What the hell's going on here?
Right.
But CM Punk is like, we're friends, we respect each other and all that. And you never know when and he said, I'm fine with it. Like I'm fine with it. Like I got to main event WrestleMania.
Right.
And I wasn't the better man that day. It takes a man to say that. And guess what? Cody Rhodes is like, yeah, man, but I was like, you lost. Like, yeah, but like, so it's a little tough. But the segment ended with like basically, there's like CM Punk left and Cody's like, anytime, any place. Anytime, any place. So what does this mean for CM Punk, Top? Like, what does this mean for CM Punk? Is CM Punk, how can CM Punk even get to Cody if he's on Raw? I don't know. Are they going to move him to SmackDown? Or what is next for CM Punk here after losing the championship to Roman Reigns?
He could be making that shift now that Roman is back and Roman is full-time. So maybe they do that shift to where it's like, we might see a CM Punk versus Cody at SummerSlam.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
CM Punk versus Cody at SummerSlam?
Mm-hmm. I could definitely see that.
You know what?
See that.
I don't hate that. And maybe it's a time that CM Punk turns heel.
Maybe. We got to put our hands up on that one. Maybe.
Right? maybe. Or maybe it's the time.
Or maybe it's Cody.
That Cody turns heel.
Maybe it's Cody.
I don't know, but I'll tell you this, man. CM Punk, I love that he finally got that opportunity to like, okay, main eventing last year WrestleMania with the triple threat Roman and Seth, that was cool. But main eventing WrestleMania night 2. Yeah, night 2. That's the big main event that CM Punk wanted. And he got
Maybe.
it. He got it. He got it. So all credit to CM Punk, all the hard work he's doing. First of all the personal, shenanigans that he got out the way. Like he put pride away, because obviously in AEW it wasn't an easy time for CM Punk. But WWE, it's been a lot better. He's humble. Yeah, he's a little cocky, of course. CM Punk, the best in the world. But I love that he got the opportunity, and he was healthy enough to have 2 main events in a row.
Right.
So credit to him, man. Credit to him. But yo, let's get to this. And Liv Morgan comes out on Judgment Day. She's the champion. She happy. She's excited. And then Sol Ruka comes out. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Sol Ruka? Like, what? That's cool. That's awesome. I get it. It's the WrestleMania after Raw. That's cool. But like, what's happening here? Like, what is happening? Are they gonna do the Paige and AJ Lee thing? And that's what I was thinking in my head. I'm like, are they gonna do Sol Ruka taking the championship from Liv on the night after WrestleMania? I was like, there's no way they're gonna do that to Liv, right? They didn't do that to Liv.
They didn't do it, right? Yeah.
But they did have a good match. And Sol Ruka is very talented. Mm-hmm. That finisher is disgusting. It's amazing. That shit is it's amazing. But then you see Zarya come out, beat her up, and disqualify. That wasn't disqualified, but they distracted the referee. Then Zarya hits him and then hits her, and then Liv wins the match. But what did you think about this? What did you think about Sol Ruka here?
I mean, first and foremost,
the fact you watched her in NXT. How do you feel about her?
No, first of all, she's super athletic. She's quick in the ring. That girl could go. Fans love her, and the fact that she got her opportunity last week, I gotta commend WB for pulling the plug on her when they did. You talk about giving her the ball. Her first matchup being up on Monday Night Raw is against the new women's champion. And she gave Liv a run for her money. You know what I'm saying? Like Liv looked like, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like a John Cena versus Kurt Angle and John Cena's debut. Like that like Sol gave it to her.
Yeah.
And again, I've seen her on NXT, but you sit there and you're like, yo, they Liv, shout out to Liv, because I'm sure Liv was like, yo, I want to put this girl as over as I can. Even though I got to win the match, I want to make sure that she looks good.
Yeah.
And she looked great. What a moment for her. What an opportunity for her. I mean, she put the whole women's division on notice that she's here, that she can be one of the best in this division right now. The fans loved her. I mean, again, she's been over in NXT, so the fans know who if you watch NXT on a daily, you know who she is. But what an opportunity for her. I'm so happy for her. She gave Liv a run for her money, and again, a lot of people are kind of up and down with the Liv situation, because a lot of them are like, like we would much rather. I've seen a lot of people since Mania they were saying that they would much rather have Stephanie retain.
The problem with maybe Liv is just the whole Judgment thing, the whole Judgment Day thing. I think that kills a lot of, like, probably why they want her to not be champion or whatever, because of this Judgment Day crap. Like, it's just, yeah.
I agree. It's putting her in a situation where people forget about her because Dom and JD are so good that you're kind of like, oh, look, there's the women's champion. you kind of shrug your shoulders, you kind of move away from it. Where if it was just her and Raquel, where I think Raquel, call me crazy, but I think Raquel's gonna turn on her soon enough. Um,
I don't hate
I
that.
think
I don't
it's
hate the prediction.
I think it's time for Raquel to get her moment. I think fans are expecting it, but I also think that people want to see Liv kind of branch away on herself.
Yeah.
Like they want her to take that next step. I mean, the first time you were champion, people didn't really care because you were with the Judgment Day and you were doing this whole thing with Dom. Now that you're champion again, that second time should be the opportunity for her to go ahead and branch off as a solo wrestler and not be in the Judgment Day. And if that means having a feud with Roxanne, where Roxanne is going to be part of the Judgment Day, where that leads you into leaving the Judgment Day, then so be it. But I think it's time for her to take that next level where she knows that she could be better without the Judgment Day than with it right now.
Yeah, I think we've kind of probably been saying that for some time, and I don't think that they're gonna change. I don't think I don't think the Judgment Days they're gonna get rid of Liv at some point. But I
Agree.
could see the Raquel. I could see the Raquel. I could see that happening.
Of course.
But I'm so tired of Judgment Day. I've been tired of Judgment Day
The
I
Judgment.
mean, for
Yeah.
years already, bro. It's been it just seems played every time with their stuff. It's like at a point like you're not even interested in what Judgment Day is doing. Like apparently now Finn, he's going after Mysterio again. Like what why does that make me happy as a fan? Why does that make me want to watch? You already beat him at WrestleMania as the demon.
Yeah.
Like what why do why is Finn against Mysterio interesting again?
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not. It's not.
So I don't know, man. It's just WWE being WWE. But
TKO, ladies and gentlemen. TKO continues to ruin the product in the best way they know how. And that's the issue, is that TKO is still putting their foot in situations that they don't know how to control. And part of it is Triple H. I get it. But again, I think it got worse when we emerged with TKO and you're seeing the effects of it.
yeah. So let's get to Braun Breaker and Braun Breaker return, guys, at WrestleMania. And it was awesome to see. It was awesome to see. Seth Rollins was defeated.
Yeah.
By Gunther. Gunther defeated Seth Rollins with the help of Braun Breaker. But listen, Gunther got the win, and Braun Breaker speared Seth Rollins like all the way from the freaking stage. That was cool to see. But man, did we need Braun Breaker back?
Yeah.
We needed Braun Breaker. We talked about this literally the night one prediction video. We said that we could maybe see a Brock. I mean, not a Brock. Sorry, I'm so sorry. A Braun Breaker.
Right.
And yeah, here he is. But apparently, he's not done with Seth Rollins. So, what do you think about this? Do you think that there's going to be a match at Backlash or something going on with Seth Rollins? My guess is they're probably going to have a match at Backlash. And we'll see from there. But I don't. I'm excited though. I'm excited about Braun and Seth because I feel like that's what they wanted to do at WrestleMania, but they couldn't do it.
Yeah. I like the fact that they're building on this now. Now that Braun is back and he's healthy. They didn't waste no time. They got to it. And yeah, man, I think this is one of the situations where they should build on their promos. You know, Braun is at a peak right now with his promos. Seth is great with promos. I think they should utilize a lot of segments with these two in the ring. Obviously, have some encounters where, like, one night Seth kind of attacks him, the other night Braun comes back and assaults him. But utilize a lot of their segments and have them do a lot of promos to each other in the ring. Or have them do like one of those, promos where one is in the ring and the other one is next week comes out and kind of responds to him. Like you're going to see on Raw, Roman is gonna respond to Jacob Fatu. So it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
it was one of those.
Did you see that chair shot that Seth gave to Braun
Yeah, it was
on
vicious,
Raw?
bad. It
Like,
was
bro, he was bleeding in the back of his head,
yeah.
bro.
I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, no, they yeah, I think they're hitting it on the nail with that. That definitely is something that they're gonna build up until Backlash. I think those two are gonna be at Backlash coming up. I think
And
in
is
what
this WrestleMania? Is this what they call it, WrestleMania Backlash?
no, it's just straight
Oh, it's
Backlash.
just Backlash. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, okay,
So
cool.
I think I think this is gonna be one of the matchups in Backlash. So yeah, I think
Okay.
you're building it right, and you're having. I would say you utilize their promo skills with those two,
Yeah.
because you talk about letting them just go freely, no scripted. Those promos between those two could get very hefty real quick, and I like
Mm.
that. I like.
I like your thinking. I like your thinking.
There's,
And
there's a lot of history between them two, from being together in the Vision to
yes.
when Seth going down. Who took over the reins right away? Braun.
Yep.
It's now they're coming ahead to each other. Let them say what they gotta say, and let that build up to their matchup at Backlash once it's official.
I like that. I like that. And obviously, Logan Paul and Austin Theory came out. They're the tag team champions. I don't care. I could care less about I like Logan Paul. Logan Paul, he's a good athlete. He's a good heel, really good heel. But it's just I'm not interested in Logan Paul and Austin Theory
Right.
coming out with Paul Heyman. I think it's boring. But I tell you this, these people here are not boring. The Street Profits come out
My
and
guys, my
basically
guys, man.
support Mr. Seth Rollins here, and they get at division. They get at division, and the Street Profits. First of all, they're back. Their return, and
Right.
Montez Ford. There was a picture of him looking fat and looking out of shape, and clearly he's not out of shape. He's good to go. He's ready to go, and he's killing it, man. And Angelo Dawkins, man, he looks awesome too. I mean, this is a tag team that I feel like I don't. They've had championships, but they haven't really got to their peak. They haven't really got to that next level, that consistent level that, one of the best tag teams, in the WWE, which the Usos are, those are like, that's where I want the Street Profits to get.
Right.
And right now, they're not there yet.
Right.
Yes, they have won they won the championship before, but they're not there yet. But I like them.
Right.
I like the attitude. And that's another thing. The attitude. We saw the whole thing years with Bobby Lashley. We seen stuff with the Street Profits that they were like heel or badass and they try to be different. We'll see what these Street Profits are. But I really do like the tag team. I do, but I wish Montez Ford, he could be a single star at some point. I've been wanting this for years, and I think it was even The Rock came out and praised him.
Right.
And still, like, that guy is not a single star.
He has he has the athleticism for it.
He looks like he has everything. He looks like he could have everything.
He's got the charisma for it. He's got the athleticism for it. He's charismatic. Pause. He could definitely wrestle. Like, he's got it. He's definitely got the image to be a singles competitor. I just think, there's so much with the Street Profits that you can definitely build on.
Yeah.
Especially because the tag team division right now is not so important.
Exactly. So maybe it's good that there's still a tag team,
because
if Montez leaves, where does that leave Angelo Dawkins? Like, not really. Like,
right. they to me, Angelo, even though Angelo Dawkins lost a lot of weight and he looks fit, I just don't see his ring ability more impressive than I do with Montez
Oh
Ford.
no, yeah, no, no,
So
no.
I feel like
Yes.
they know that, and they're gonna take what they can with the better one, and then Dawkins, they'll probably do something with him, and he'll probably become a singles competitor. But he's probably gonna be looking more like a jobber, if anything.
Yeah. But
So
for now, they're gonna keep them as a tag team, and they're gonna have their run. And
they're gonna try to elevate the tag team division.
yeah, which is cool. I agree that it needs to elevate. They need to elevate the tag team division. So hopefully that they do, because the tag team division on SmackDown is better than the one on Raw.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. But definitely, man.
Speaking of
Um,
Montez Ford, before you continue,
oh yeah, yeah.
congratulations to him and Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair
Yes,
announcing
yes,
that she is pregnant. So
yes, yes.
congratulations to them too. Wishing them but nothing but blessings, love and blessings as a fan, because I am a huge fan of Bianca. So wishing nothing but blessings to them too. Um,
Mhm.
and hopefully, once Bianca, I would definitely love to see her back in the ring, but obviously, with her being pregnant, she's gonna be out a really long time. She gotta take care of the baby, kind of get her
Yeah.
get comfortable before she comes back. But congratulations to those two. They're such a dope couple, and it was only about time that they're bringing a bundle of joy into the world. So congratulations to Bianca Montez.
Do you think? I don't know if it's been enough time
Mhm.
that we see Naomi at SummerSlam.
Yo, I didn't even think of that. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Oh, she could probably be.
Maybe
No,
before, but I don't
no,
know.
no. That SummerSlam would probably be it. Because think about it. Think about the huge pop she'll get.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, Randy, you hit the nail on that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because now I'm starting to look at it in a way like, dude, if she does come back, you're talking about, let's say if it's Liv and Raquel for SummerSlam. She's obviously attacking whoever wins the title. Remember, she said she's coming back for it. So I don't know.
But you want her to come back as a heel.
I mean, but she finished off. She got a standing ovation because of it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like,
It's she
but she
was
could
so
listen.
good as a heel.
Her proceed with caution, even though it is a heel character, she could pull it off as a face. She doesn't necessarily have to cater to the fans. She can still be one of those, like, she just doesn't have to diss the fans.
I see what you're saying. Nah, yeah, man.
So she can still pull it off if she wants to.
Yeah. Now let's get to this one, the last last segment here of Raw. And then we're gonna get to SmackDown, just a couple of things to talk about there. But Fatu, Jacob Fatu comes out. But first, Roman Reigns comes out with his cousins, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso. Apparently, they're realigned. They're together. This is what you call bloodline cinema again, because the CM Punk stuff is done. Roman needs somebody to work with, something fresh, and I didn't expect Jacob Fatu to come out. Jacob Fatu comes out and doesn't acknowledge Roman Reigns and says, I want everything you have, Roman. Everything the tribal chief has.
Right.
Everything. And I think this is cool. I think this is awesome to see. I feel like Jacob, I mean, we talked about this before, right? Remember, like, where does Jacob go from here? I mean, this is a big spot for Jacob Fatu here.
Right. Right.
And I don't know where this feud goes, but I'm very interested to see what happens, because Jacob said, I want you, and I want you at Backlash. Roman's like, can you handle this? Can you handle the title? Can you handle the responsibility? Can you handle what comes with this title? Or can you not handle it?
Roman,
And what if
Roman,
you don't beat me?
yeah.
Will you acknowledge me? You know? Um, so I think it's interesting. But I saw a TikTok. I don't know what I forgot who this was on TikTok. It was somebody's theory that Jacob Fatu at some point was wearing the same jersey or the same things that Jimmy and Jay was wearing. With the jersey with 70 on it. And what if the Usos turn on Roman for Jacob? Now, listen,
Hmm.
listen. It could go in so many ways. It could not go that way, but I thought that was interesting. I forgot. I can't give the guy the credit but man, I forgot the TikTok name, but my goodness, wouldn't that be something? I mean, that'd be crazy. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'll tell you this. Doesn't it feel so good to have Roman back on Raw? Doesn't
Oh,
it feel a bit like just his presence, everything, his aura, whatever he brings to the table? Like he is the head of the table. He is the quote unquote QB, really one. He's the guy. He's the one. He's the best in the company. You know, and he's here. He's gonna be here for the summer. We'll see what happens, but I'm excited about this feud. I'm very, very. What do you think about this feud?
well, I mean, you talk about
I
throwing.
know that was a lot. That was a lot to put there.
No,
That was
no,
a
no,
lot.
no, no. You talk about giving his first opponent as champion is a family member. Fatu. Think about it. That's you running with you running off to the races right there. But what you're also doing is you're elevating Fatu. This makes Fatu even better. So now, Fatu's kind of in the main event picture. And even though he's not going to beat Roman, you're putting him in a position where, again, it's like Oba. It's like we spoke about Oba. He's elevating. You learn. You put Fatu in his position so he can learn, so he can feel the moment. So then that way, when he loses that match, he's like, okay, I know how it feels, and I know now what it takes to get to this match. Now I got to become even a better character with my ring abilities, with my promos, so that way when the company does decide, if they ever do, give me the ball so I can run with it and become champion, I know what it takes to get to this type to this you know moment of this moment and be at the top like I want to be. So I think this is good for both. I think this is it's a good look for both. Your first opponent since winning the title is your cousin. So it's like yo, bro, keep the family tradition going. Keep the family stories going. Obviously he's
Mm.
gonna fight other guys that are not part of the family, but I think this is dope because I think Fatu's earned it. Fatu's earned it with his wrestling abilities. Like I said, his promos, he's getting better every year. So I think he's earned that. And I think that's something. I think that is something that that Roman wanted. I'm sure this is something that Roman was like, yo, I want to do this. I want to be able to give him that opportunity. Even though he's not going to win, that's an opportunity for him to take and elevate and become better after that.
Mm. I like that. I like that. I like what you said there. Even he's not gonna win, it still elevates him. That word again, man. That word again is a big word, man. And hopefully these writers are thinking that way of WWE, man.
Right.
Hopefully. But
Yeah.
that was awesome. That was an awesome Raw.
Awesome.
That was, I mean, the Raw after WrestleMania was pretty awesome. But SmackDown was pretty cool too. But this was cool. Fatal Influence, JC Jane.
Mm.
You had JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and I forgot the other name, but my goodness, let me see the other name here. Let me see. Let me do Fatal Influence. Fallon, I know Fallon Henley, and then uh, do you know the name or no?
I forgot the name.
Laney Reed. Okay, so this was a debut. They take out they take out Charlotte. They take out Alexa Bliss. They take out, a lot of stars there at first.
Right.
But then Rhea Ripley comes out, and congratulations to Rhea Ripley, who won the championship of Jade. And that was good to see. And I think we figured that Rhea was gonna win. And it was good. It was good that she won, because that reversal of the finisher was amazing. And the match was cool, man. Jade really showed up. I really like how they had that match. Jade really, really showed up. So, but Fatal Influence comes out. I mean, bro, they come out to Rhea Ripley. Fatal Influence. I know that they beat the crap out of some legends in the beginning, but the heat in the heat there, bro, for heels, it was like crazy heat, bro. They couldn't even get a word in. Every time JC Jane was about to talk, like, they were booing the crap. The camera was shaking, bro. The camera was shaking. They were going crazy. They were booing the crap out of JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Laney Reed. Everywhere. I'm like, what? What is going on? Why is this group getting so much heat already?
Yeah.
And I thought that was like, I don't know if it was. I guess it was because of what they did in the beginning. But my goodness, bro, like, they took out their favorites. They took out but I loved it. I love what I saw.
Right.
And then you beat up Rhea Ripley, and you go from there. And that finisher, first of all, that finisher, and then the other finisher that oh my God, like, what is it? What is the elbow? Bro. Nasty as hell, bro. What did you think, bro? I thought that was crazy.
I thought that was crazy. I was sitting there. I was like, oh, I was starstruck. I was starstruck. I was like, yo, what the hell? I was like, dude, this is dope. This is another aspect of what we haven't really seen. So no, that was super dope, man. The finisher was nasty. I was like, oh man. I was like, what the hell is this? But I was taken aback, man. But shout out to them for that. That was dope.
For real. I mean, I think they call it the rolling elbow or some. I forgot what they call it, but or encore, rolling encore or something like that.
Like that, yeah. I heard rolling in it for sure.
I think it's the rolling. Let me see the rolling. I think it's the rolling encore.
Right.
Yes, the rolling encore is the finisher of JC Jane. And I'll tell you this, I haven't watched a lot of JC Jane. I haven't watched a lot of JC Jane, but I'll tell you this, that finisher, I know she's a good wrestler, but that finisher, it clocked Rhea, bro. Clocked Rhea.
And I thought it looked like she legitimately got knocked out. When she got hit. Like, I swear to God, I was like, oh, what the hell?
That was awesome to see, man. And look, credit to JC Jane, credit to Fatal Influence, credit to, first of all, Blake Monroe, who is going to debut as well. Congratulations to her.
Your time.
I'm a little pissed, not a little pissed, but a little disappointed that Blake Monroe is getting the call up before Jade Parker. A little disappointed in that. I feel like Jade has been there. Right. She's put in the work, and she deserves the call up.
Yeah.
And Blake Monroe gets the call up, and I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah.
It's because she's a pretty face.
I mean, Jade is prettier than her. Jade is prettier than her, though. Jade. See, here's the thing.
But it's the blonde.
Oh no, Now I'm gonna say this: they're both fine.
They're both fine as hell. They're both
fine. But Jade,
but WWE with the blondes.
Jade, yeah, no, they need a Dominican in making decisions as well because Jade, oh my god, Jay Uso, bro. Please knock that down before somebody does, bro. Before
I think
somebody,
he is. I think
oh,
he is. I think
she,
he's knocking that trees down, man.
yeah, they are straight gorgy, but she's just fine. Like she's just on another level. So
and
shout out to
you
her.
know, so I was a little disappointed in that, but I would say, man, what a debut by Fatal Influence.
Yeah,
And you made a big statement against the champion.
yeah,
And you put JC Jane, you already elevated the keyword elevated,
yeah,
her in a big spot in her debut. So that's really, really cool. And now we know their names.
yeah,
And I didn't really know, I knew of her and I've seen a couple of things, but I'm impressed. I'm very
yeah.
impressed.
Very
And credit to Tiffany Stratton as well, winning
the
the
U.S. Women's
championship. Yep,
U.S.
the U.S. championship against Julia. And it was a good match. Julia, that was a good match. Just feel like WWE, like, it's too much titles, bro. It's too much titles. Like, like I'm not trying to sound like sexist or anything, because like, there's a United States Championship, there's an Intercontinental Championship for the men and all that, but for the women, I don't feel like they care that much.
Right.
That Julia match and Tiffany, I should have cared more. I didn't care. Like, Tiffany's awesome, but and congratulations, she won the championship. But
Right.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the feud. I don't know if it's that they don't showcase much.
Right.
But it's different, like on Raw, because Raw you had Becky and AJ Lee,
Right.
and that's for the Intercontinental Championship.
Right.
And I like that. Yeah, I feel like they did a lot. Yeah, like they made it seem like, not make me interested because they had AJ beat Becky so many times.
Right.
But I
Right.
see what they were doing because they wanted Becky to get the big one over AJ Lee. So that was the storyline. But man, it is exciting though to have these women coming through from NXT. Blake Monroe, now Fatal Influence. That's a big call up. And Jade Parker is not too far away.
She's close.
She should be close. Maybe next year. I don't know.
We'll see. Maybe
but I'm excited.
As she stays up here after the Royal Rumble. Maybe.
I'm definitely excited. Now we got Soruka. We got Blake Monroe, and we got Fatal Influence from NXT. And also you have Ethan Page, who defeated Javon Evans.
Yep.
That was good to see. Ethan Page is a natural heel. Natural. Like, he's like, to me, he has a little MJF in him.
I was just gonna say that. He's like this version of a rookie MJF. Yeah. Right.
So it's funny. But man, those NXT call-ups, they're cool to see. And that was a big win he got against Javon Evans.
Yeah, because I didn't think they were gonna do that. Because
they had Rusev get involved, and
it's just that Javon's been so hot.
But Javon's been hot. Javon's been good. So, big win for Ethan Page. Big win.
Absolutely.
And then, the night started off with Jacob Fatu. We go all over the place here. We talk about some things here, but Jacob Fatu, right? They come out. Usos come out.
Right.
Jimmy was like, yo, it's not too late. Like, you don't have to do this.
Real quick.
Like,
they just confirmed that Seth and Braun are official for Backlash.
Ah, there you go. There you go. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Which is we said it might happen, right? We said
Yeah.
it might happen. So credit to yeah, man. That's awesome. I think Seth and Braun is gonna be cool, man. I think it's gonna be cool to see. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. But Jacob Fatu, Jimmy comes out. I mean, Jimmy and Jay, they're both there in the ring.
Right.
Jimmy's like, it's not too late, you know, for you to rejoin us. It's not too late for anything like that. But think about it and stuff. And then Jay, you said, "Oh no, it's too late, brother. It's too late." Like it was like, yo, bro, it was like good cop and bad cop. Like it was
Right,
like
right,
it was a little weird. But I guess it's what they were. That's what they were going for.
right.
But Jay was like, yeah, like you know, like you lie your bet in it. Now, you know, you made your bet, now lie in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, if you want to be the big dog, go ahead. We'll see what happens, man. And then Jacob, you know, was like, man, I'm ready, man. But I shouldn't be talking to you. I should be talking to Roman. And then obviously Roman's not on SmackDown, so he's not gonna show up. But then MFTs show up. More Bloodline cinema. I mean, you talk about Solo Sikoa and Solo Sikoa. He is a treasure. He is a treasure, man. He's a treasure. I don't feel like we see the best out of Solo Sikoa yet, but I tell you that's a funny motherfucker. That is a funny guy, bro. He's hilarious. Awesome, bro. He is.
He gets better.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
He gets better with his promos every year.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and year, so he comes out. He comes out, and obviously, you know that he's the little brother,
right,
of the Usos. You know, like literally blood, right?
Literally, yeah,
literally blood. So he comes out, and he says, Jacob, you know, like, you know, it's not too late for you to join us back, you know, or anything like that. And I thought that was like, we kind of did this already, you know, the Jacob Solo thing already, but I get it what they're doing. They want to involve the bloodline, involve Solo, whatever. But then you see, oh my God, who was his name? What's his name, bro? The other guy that's not really, he's Samoan, but
Fatu. Oh my God, bro. He was just on. Didn't he turn on him?
Nah, he hasn't.
I thought, oh my God, I know he was talking about. I can't remember his name.
JC Mateo.
There we go.
So, bro, okay, so he said,
I was thinking JC the whole time, and I'm like, what the hell is his
JC? No, actually, it was Tama. Actually, sorry, it was Tama comes out. Tama.
Okay.
And he says that. Well, why are we here? Like, what do we have to do with him? We don't care about what, like, Jacob. You know, like, we don't care. Like, you know, he can't even beat you. You know, Solo, like, he's gonna beat Roman. Like, what? So then obviously that sets up the match, and we go from there. But Jacob beat Solo just fine, you know, by himself. And then you see the MLT's attack, and Jacob is on his own. He's chilling. He beats the crap out of the MFTs.
Mm-hmm.
And the Usos are just watching it like, oh, all right, bro, big dog, big dog, all right. You can handle your business, all right. So we go from there. So that was SmackDown. Man. That was SmackDown. I thought that was cool. I thought that was it was a good Raw. It was a good SmackDown. And yeah, man, I think it was a good one, man. But definitely, guys, leave a like, comment, you know, subscribe if you enjoy the content. And definitely tomorrow we are gonna review Raw of this week, and we go from there. And it will be the debut of Raw Aftermath, so we'll go from there. But yeah, man. Any last words, bro?
Nah, man. Hey, man. Everybody keep subscribing to the Sharpshooters podcast, man. We're trying to bring you guys more content, excuse me, every week. You know, there's a lot heating up, obviously, with Backlash coming
Yes.
up in about 2 to 3 weeks. They already announced 2 matches, like I said, Seth and Braun Breaker, and then Io Sky versus Asuka. So you got 2 matches already on the card, but there's a lot to get to, man. There's a lot of storylines building up, a lot of promos to be talked about, including today, which obviously Roman is gonna respond to
Yes.
to to uh to Fatu, and obviously Fatu's in the building, so he might come out and interrupt Roman, which most likely I think is gonna happen. But there's a lot to look forward to. So yeah, man, you guys keep showing love. Make sure you guys subscribe, share the channel, like the videos, and keep us interested, keep us going. And yeah, man, we'll check you guys on the next video, man.
Man, sharpshooters out, man.